Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mike here for Sim Racing 604. And sorry, I just had to do a mic check there. I just did a review of this car and I realized my mic was on mute the whole time. A little bit frustrating, but the good news is I get to drive this car twice, and it's a really cool car. This is the Dallara Formula 3, Dallara F3 as it's known. It's a free mod. We're at version 3.1 of this car. And the last review I did was of the Formula Hybrid, and I got a bit of feedback after calling it the greatest mod of all time, that there was two other cars that I had to try, and this is one of them. So this is the F307, Dallara F3. And this is Formula 3, for those not familiar, is kind of a proving ground for up-and-coming drivers. Many of the big names in Formula 1 and IndyCar have proven themselves, and NASCAR for that matter, have proven themselves in Formula 3. And this is a model of that Formula 3 car. So got the Red Bull skin on here, which is really cool. Kind of got a Max Verstappen vibe going on. So without further ado, I'm going to take it out on the track at Red Bull here and just give you some feedback. And you'll notice my cool new heads-up display on the left there. I just downloaded this tonight, actually. It's kind of an all-in-one. Seems to have everything, but without being obtrusive. Some of the mods you see a bit, when you get into all-in-one heads-up displays, it tends to be a bit cluttered, but that one doesn't feel cluttered at all. I really like it. It's modeled based on the Formula 1 2016 season heads-up display from the replays. And as you can see, I should probably just quiet down and just focus on my driving here. So yeah, this is kind of a cheat video because I've already driven this before I came on. As I said, I forgot to unmute the mic, so I've had a little chance to do a few laps in this thing. And my vibes on this car are mind blown. Absolutely. They've done a really good job. Apparently the Formula 3 engineers were even consulted to build this mod to make it accurate, and having never driven a Formula 3, I can't say whether it's accurate or not, but as far as a drivable, awesome mod, this is definitely it. With that 210 horsepower and kind of same frame as a Formula 1 car, same weight I should say, you do lack that kind of crazy kick the back end out power, but at the same time it does feel really fun to drive. I think what you'd find with this mod is you'd attract people at kind of both ends of the spectrum. Those that are just kind of getting into sim racing, and those that have a lot of experience in sim racing and are into online racing or racing with their friends or something like that. And the reason I say that is because young drivers, or new drivers I should say, will get a lot out of this in terms of working on your racing lines, because it is just so drivable. It doesn't have that crazy scary F1 speed, but it does have the F1 accuracy going in and out of corners. So a great chance to work on your racing lines if you're kind of new to sim racing, or you just want to hone your skills, quite frankly. And on the other side, I think this would be really fun to race with friends or online. Reason being is you can't overcompensate for lack of skill with just raw power. So it's going to really come down to who is the best driver when you're driving a whole field of these things. So yeah, for me it's a easy 10 out of 10. I will go with the consensus on this car and just say they've absolutely crushed it, because they have. And as I say, version 3.1, so this is full release and available for free. You can find it on Race Department, and could not recommend it enough. I guess one question I was setting out to answer is this in the same echelon as the Formula Hybrid by Racing Studio? And to me it definitely is. This is a top 3 mod for sure. There's one more review that I want to get to tonight, but this definitely belongs in the top 3. What do I prefer? I think probably prefer the Formula Hybrid just slightly, if for no other reason than it does have that scary edge of your seat feeling. I get into sim racing primarily because I get to drive cars that I would, of course, never get to drive in real life, and there is some, sort of scary feeling and just awesomeness to driving an F1 car, because again, you're never going to get close to that. You could conceivably get some track time in an open wheel car, not Formula 3 necessarily, but I do really like that Formula hybrid car just for the pure fantasy aspect of it. So for that reason, I give that one the tip as number 1 all time, but not to say this is any slouch. The detailing is amazing, inside and out. The sound is incredible. So as I said, make this part of your collection. You will not regret it. And I hope you have fun with this. This has been Mike for Sim Racing 604. Thank you so much for watching. If you disagree with what I've said here or have anything to add, please do so in the comments below. If you like what I've said, go ahead and hit like, and I would appreciate if you could subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.